Today we are going to discuss about types of DC motor starter. The first one is 3-point starter. The component used and the internal wiring for a 3-point starter are shown in figure. Three terminals L, Z and A are available in the starter circuit for connecting to the motor. The starting resistance RS provided with taping, and each taping is connected to a brass stud. The handle of the starter H is fixed in such a way to move over the brass studs. Two protective devices, namely overload release and no voltage coil, provided to protect the motor during over and during failure of supply. To start the motor, the starter handle full resistance is connected in series with the armature, and the armature circuit of the motor is closed through the starting resistance and overload release coil. Field circuit of motor is also closed through the no voltage coil. Then the handle is moved over the studs against the spring force offered by a spring. As handle moves, the starting resistance is gradually cut out from the motor circuit. A soft iron piece is attached to the handle, the no voltage coil. No volt coil consists of an electromagnet energized by field current. When the handle reaches the on position, the no volt coil attracts the soft iron piece and hold the handle firmly. Whenever there is a failure of supply, the no volt coil de-energizes and releases the handle. The handle position returns to off position due to the spring tension. Working, the supply to the DC motor is switched on, then handle is slowly moved against the spring, forced to make the contact with stud number 1. At this point, field winding of the shunt or the compound motor gets supply through the parallel path provided to starting resistance through no volt coil. As the handle is moved further, it goes on making contact with the stud 2, 3, 4, etc., thus gradually cutting off the series resistance from the armature circuit as the motor gathers. Finally, when the starter handle is in run position, the entire starting resistance is eliminated and the motor runs with normal speed. When electric current flows, the NVC is magnetized. 4-point starter. The basic difference between 3-point and 4-point starters is the connection of no volt coil. In 3-point, no volt coil is in series with the field winding, while in 4-point starter, no volt coil is connected independently across the supply. Across the supply through fourth terminal called N. In addition, L is the line terminal connected to positive supply. A is the armature terminal connected to the armature winding. F is the field terminal connected to the field winding. N is the neutral connection. Hence, any change in the field current does not affect the performance of the no volt coil. Thus, it is ensured that no volt coil always produces a force which is enough to hold the handle in run position against the forces of the spring under all the operating conditions. Such a current is adjusted through no volt coil with the help of fixed resistance R connected in series with the no volt coil using 4-point N shown. Working, the supply to the DC motor is switched on, then handle is slowly moved against the spring force to make a contact with stud 1. At this point, field winding of the stud or the compound motor gets supplied through the parallel path provided to starting resistance through no volt coil. While entire starting resistance comes in series with the armature, the high starting armature electric current thus gets limited as the electric current. Equation at this stage becomes Ia equal to E divided by Ra plus Rst. As the handle is moved further, it goes on making contact. It starts 2, 3, 4, etc. thus gradually cutting off the series resistance from the armature circuit as the motor gathers speeds. Disadvantages: the only limitation of the 4-point starter is it does not provide high speed protection to the motor. If under running condition field gets opened, the field current reduces to zero. Thank you.